Hi, in this session we are going to learn about how exactly we're going to print printing methods in JavaScript. So JavaScript mainly supports many types of printing methods, but usually we are going to concentrate at this point of time two types of printing methods. The first one is document.write and the supplied argument. So a predefined function which is mainly used to print the supplied argument on top of the browser. So document.write is a predefined printing method which is used to print the printing methods what you supply as the argument on top of the browser. For example, you can see here document.write of hello world. Whatever you supply as the argument, this will print on top of the browser. But when you use console.log, it is also a printing method, writes a message on the console tab. I'll just show you how you fetch your console tab. But this method of console.log as a printing method is useful only on the testing or bug fixing purpose only. So I'll show you how exactly this will work. Okay. So currently I'm on desktop and that too in a JavaScript folder. And today we are going to understand printing methods. So this will be in adding JavaScript. And here we have printing methods, and this file is created with .html, as I've already explained in the previous session how you create a HTML files. So my browser default is Firefox, but if you want your own browser like Chrome, you're always welcome to open with Chrome. So let's go and open this with Chrome this time. So in Chrome, it is having some printing method which is displaying printing methods in JavaScript. So if you see why exactly is this getting printed, let's go and watch on the coding. So first go to your location of the coding place, edit this file with your editor, Notepad++ in my case, and once you edit this, you can see here this is getting executed printing method in JavaScript. Now if you see on the printing methods body tag has got one h1 and writing printing method in JavaScript. So this is what is printed. And we have some underline here and the font family is different. That is because I'm adding some CSS to it. So if you see here, we have a style which is H1 and H1 has got border bottom 3 pixel dashed black. So this is actually generating from the CSS. And we have some font family changing because this is coming from Google, which we are using Pacifico, and I'm insisting H1 to use Pacifico. So this is something you are related with CSS. But anyhow, this session is purely JavaScript. So I'm not going to concentrate more on CSS. But if you want to see that this link, if broken, it's not going to fetch this design of a font family, right? So normally this H1 design is coming from Google through Pacifico as a family. Okay. So this session is about printing methods. So in the body tag, we have a script. So if you find script in the body tag, then this is treated, and this doesn't even has a source, means it is a inline JavaScript. So currently I'm working on an inline JavaScript. So in inline JavaScript, let's say document.write. This is one of the printing method which will take the argument. So let's say I want to write hello world. When I write hello world and go and execute on the browser, it's printed. But there is another way of approach of printing your JavaScript which is not document.write but console.log. This is how you print the supplied argument. But when you run this on the browser, it won't execute on the front end. So whatever you write in console.log, it will not be printed on the front end. So to see the execution of this printing method, you have to click F12. Okay. So once I click F12, this is where it is giving me a console tab and the execution of its hello world is printing here. So if I go and do this again, document.write. So when I run it, this hello world is getting printed on the browser because of you're using document.write. But this hello world is printing on a console tab. Usually this tab will not open until you don't click F12. So when you click F12, the execution of console.log printing will be happening on a console tab when you click F12. So what exactly is the difference? There is no difference because the execution is same here as well as in the console tabs. So let me take one more example. Let's say I'm using document.write and I'm going to write this. So when I go and refresh, this is going to print. This is my complete JavaScript training. But if I want to use a marking, let's say I want to use H2. Okay, so this is a H2 which belongs to HTML, but I'm using H2 as a HTML marking tag inside JavaScript within the document.write. So is it working? Yes, it's working fine. Now if I want something like JavaScript to be something like big, and I'm going to put down here a bit more big, this is going to be a bit even big. And if I want this to be having a CSS as an inline, so I would like to do with color red. So all the HTML tags and CSS styles are working using document.write. So the heading tag is properly showing its H2 tag, as well as color is also being added through document.write. But if I do the same thing using console.log, okay, so let's try console.log, and when I go and execute this, it won't print on the front end, but instead will print on the console tab, and that can be executed when you click F12 on the keyboard. So let's click on it. Now you can see the console tab is working, but it's not printing anything within the HTML tag or color red. So it's just printing what you wrote in a purely content manner, but it's not printing any marking tags, neither it's working with CSS. So throughout my class, I'm going to use document.write, as it will be a best approach for me to train what I'm printing. That is important for me, because whatever I want to design, it's been approachable and it's more viewable when I use document.write rather than console.log. My students can more understand in a perfect manner. Let me show you one more example. This session of topics will be covered in a coming classes, but I just want to go with some variables and execute them. So in JavaScript, variables can be executed or created like this. So I'm going to use document.write original value of A. So I'm going to put down this here. It's printing like this, original value of A. Or else let's say I want to use H2 or H3. So this is H3. So original value of A, and don't worry, we will learn variables in next session, but allow me to explain printing method. So original value of A is equal to, so this is going to be inside, not outside, is equal to. So let's go and see original value of A is equal to, and I'm going to use a concat, which we will learn later. But is it printing the value of 10? Yes. And I want a little bit more expressive, so I want to make it big. And the one which is big is open, is getting closed, and H3 is also getting closed. So why am I closing it? Because you have used opening of tag, and this is where I'm closing it. So is it working? So original value of A is equal to 10. It's fetching its variable inside the document.write. And I may also go with style is equal to something like pink. So let's find out. Sorry, we have to use color pink. Is it working? Perfect. If not pink, let's make it blue. So it's working, and the execution is more friendly, and the look and feel is bit more good. But when you do the same thing with console.log, so I'm going to do the same thing with console.log, and when I go and run it, as I said you, it's not going to execute on the front view of the browser. So for this, you need to execute on a console tab. So click on F12. Now here, it's printing like this. So it's hard for my students to watch what exactly is getting executed. So throughout my course, I'm going to use document.write. So feel free. I'm not arguing on this. I'm telling that you can use console.log also, but just for bug fixing. But as a trainer or as an instructor, what I train, it should be more friendly manner. So I'm going to use document.write throughout this course. So I hope you understood why I'm using document.write for my training purpose. Hope you got the idea. That's all for this session. I'll see you on the next video.